Hello, hello, all my loves. I've missed you. I've missed all my loves. We have so much to catch up on. I am so sorry for the MIA, the drama, and the silliness, and me essentially entering fake witness protection. I feel at this point. So, thank you, all my loves. I'm gonna stream quite a bit. Hopefully in the next week, so I'm back into the algorithm because algorithm. So I brought text up. Everyone say hi to the text.
Howdy, y'all.
How's my future son-in-law?
He's doing good. He's good. It was so funny now because we had he got on base, so he plays baseball, right? It's his machine pitch baseball, and every time he goes up to bat, he's one of the smaller kids on the team, but every time he goes up to bat, he hits the ball. The problem is the rest of his team that's around him in the batting lineup can't hit the ball, so he'll hit the ball, get on first, and then guys will come up behind him and get out, right? But
Mm-hmm.
he's doing good. Tonight he was a little perturbed because they were doing fielding exercises, and like I was telling you backstage, I was running the bases for him. I got over to third base where he was a third baseman tonight, and he was looking kind of irritated. I was like, "Bubba, you upset?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Why?" He goes, "My team's not listening." And I was like, "Yeah, I understand, Bubba."
It's called
He's
herding
loving,
cats.
yeah, he's loving the baseball though. He is loving it. So we're
It
really
is
happy
hurt.
because,
It is hurting cats. You should see 5-year-olds playing hockey.
oh, I bet.
They don't stay in
Watch him play
position.
soccer.
No, it's worse. They don't stay in position. They move as little hordes on the ice. It's like the lemmings. Ooh, puck. And they all just
Yeah.
like it is. It's like herding cats on ice.
Well, the kids have this thing in the baseball where they just want to tag everybody out, right? And we're like, no, you have to throw the ball to the base, right? And they'll just chase after people, and I'm like, y'all need to calm down.
I know I told you when my nephew was playing baseball, he was a ringer. But I remember when he was about the same age as my future son-in-law, and I was taking him a lot. I had to bring his birth certificate. Hey, not a brat. I had to bring his birth certificate because he's always been like bigger for his age. And he was
Oh yeah.
really talented. So the other parents would like try to get him bounced, and question his age because he looked older. And he was doing t-ball. And it was like the dads could pitch, I think it was like 6 or 7, and then 7, and then it went on a tee for them. And
Okay.
he never had an issue hitting, but he hit multiple kids that were in the outfield picking grass, not paying
Yep.
attention.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah. So then they kicked him out of t-ball. He had to play up. I mean, obviously he did well for himself with baseball, but I used to like die of laughter. This kid sitting there picking grass. My nephew would like go up line drive and being the kid in the outfield. And
That's
then you would hear
hilarious.
like the dads yelling to pay attention.
Yeah.
And the mom's yelling at my nephew for hurting for them. And me yelling, well, don't let your kid pick grass.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Exactly.
tell you. That is not my problem. Sir, that's not my problem. Oh, yeah, Raven, I am sure there are positions in hockey. I'm attendee. I am definitely attendee. I've shared my attendee love with Ben Bateman's son. His one little one is a hockey player, and he's a goalie like me.
Speaking of Ben Bateman, I heard old boy's back in court again, trying to lawyer it up. Was it Mike talked about the other day that
About
um God, what's it with the guy's name? I can't remember the one that
Blandino or Chili?
Landino.
Oh, yeah, Ben was on Mike's last 2 streams watching the Blandino trial with him.
Oh,
Not,
Chili's
not.
screwed. Yeah,
I just like Chili crying every time. And I love the fact that Chili's literally podcasting from jail.
yes, yes he
It's
is, and
great.
begging for money. Yep, he's e-begging hardcore.
But I was
And
always amused. Before I forget, not a brat. Yet you would go to a fight and hockey would break out. Not a brat. I had a reputation for being a girl version of Ron Hextall because I led my team in penalty minutes as the goaltender many years in a row. So my dad was forever pounding on the glass. You go back to the net, young lady. Or someone wouldn't realize I was a girl. I loved that one. Until we like took off the helmets and dropped the gloves to fight. And then you'd see this little boy like look to the stands for their dad and run away.
yeah.
I can't fight a girl. And then you'd have my
He had some
dad
good
yell.
home training. He had some good home training.
No, because then you'd have my dad standing there yelling, "Hey, Texas mama." You'd literally have my dad sitting there yelling to fight. My dad would tell those parents, he'd like, tell your kids to fight. If she wants to pick a fight with a dude, she'll live with the repercussions. She wants to fight like a man, she can deal with it like a man. I mean, that's kind of how Gronk named me a girl with boobs, but a guy with boobs, but yeah.
Right.
So yeah. Oops. The problem was because I was the goalie, I only had to serve major penalties and misconducts. Nope. And then we'd have like the bench clearing brawl, and you'd see me fighting the other goalie at center ice. You would see, it was always debauchery, because that's what follows me. And then when I got into adult hockey, now guys, mind you, my brother's like way older than me, like 15 plus years. So at one point he was playing like beer league.
Is this the one that's like 7 foot?
6'9", yeah.
6'9".
He was on the other team for beer league, and I tried to fight them. I got into a fight with him every game, and my dad was forever screaming at us, "Get off your brother!" So funny story. You were there aiming for certain boy parts. So here's the thing, Nada. Even if they're wearing a cup, even if they are, if they have their back to you and they're like in the crease, because I is goalie, I is Ron Hextall girl version, and you kick your stick up between their legs, you actually will catch them right behind the cup. And the cup will have no effect.
Yeah, it ain't fun.
And they will drop in front of you. So, I mean, the coaches would be like, "Oh God, please stop." We were in the playoffs for, I think it was like U12, and my coaches were like, "I will give you anything if you promise not to fight in this tournament. We need you. The backup we have for this tournament sucks. Do not get kicked." And I was like, "It's not my fault." Yeah, no, they were in my crease. I take the garbage out all the time. I like to take the garbage out. But yeah, I'd kick my stick up and catch them right behind the cup. I'd get into fights. They would like get into fights with my one defenseman and all like team up on him because he was littler. They like to bully him. So I'd go fight people. There were many fights at center ice. Yeah, the Hextall nickname was very appropriate. But even better, and Nada, you'll like this, Micro Loki plays hockey. And she's got a pink helmet, pink gloves. Micro is my happy hockey player.
Well, I was just about to say, you talking about fighting your brothers. It sounds like Micro and her brothers.
Right, but here's the problem. My brother's more than 15 years older than me and 6'9". So I won the fights. Hey Croc, I'm always alive. I sent you a message the other day, you didn't answer. It's real embarrassing when you're 6'9" and your little sisters on the other team beats you up on the ice.
Yeah.
And my dad's yelling at me to get off of. Yeah, it never went well. Raven, it's not so wrong. If y'all are going to team up and bully my defenseman or be garbage in my crease or try to run the goalie, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not. I like to fight, so I don't know what to tell anybody. But that kind of segues into tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's. Yeah. I sent a couple of messages, Croc. I'll have to figure out what's going on. So we're gonna do some real quick housekeeping. The one stream I said that I was gonna do, and then YouTube blocked me out. Croc, it's your fault. Croc, I hate you. It's your fault. You were the why I could not stream for 6 days. Yeah, it's your fault. Yeah, my older one is on the spectrum. So his sister is very protective of him. Micro is by far the more aggressive one. They fight constantly, and she has zero fucks to give. Like, she's standing on tables fighting kids like 6 years older than her. She just doesn't care.
I know. I've seen her theme song on YouTube.
Yeah. But but yeah. So I know the fun. He wants to study. Wait. He wants to study sharks. You have to visit Florida yearly. Not a brat. Does he have any interest in crocodilians and like caimans? Let me know. And
A&M Galveston has an amazing program for people that want to work with aquatic if he gets older and still wants to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, mine likes to climb on chairs and get in her dad's face and yell back because drill instructor, and she just doesn't care. Like, you can't intimidate her. She could care less. She'll stand on the table and get into a fist fight.
I just love it when you tell her to pound sand.
Oh my. Yeah, I'll have to put that picture up.
Yeah. That's typical Marine behavior right there, I swear to the Lord.
Yeah. So, Nada, let me know. One of my biology professors, my freshman year of college, he's in Tampa, and he studies crocodilians and caimans and stuff. And so he can, he's always willing to take kids with him to check out what's going on.
That's awesome.
Or if you come to Pittsburgh, I'll take your 7-year-old with us. We can all go to the Pittsburgh Zoo PPG Aquarium. We have one of the biggest aquariums in the U.S. Or Mandalay Bay in Vegas, the Shark Reef. It's awesome. Okay, so Croc, why is it your fault? Croc, it's your fault because I did you're in Baltimore, so you're only like 3.5 hours from me. Send me an email if you don't mind. Croc, put my email in the chat. Or you know what? Hold on. Since you like to... Hold on. There you go, Nada. Send me an email, and yeah, we're always game for aquariums and stuff. Okay, so Croc. Remember, I was in Ontario the week before Sumner, and I was only there for like 36 hours. Then I was in Sumner. I didn't realize when I logged onto my laptop and was answering comments, it picked me up in Pittsburgh. Like the Ontario trip, it picked me up in Pittsburgh, Nevada, California, and then California, Texas, Pittsburgh. And then less than a week later, it got me in Pittsburgh, Colorado, Washington, and a couple other places. So they locked my account because they thought, because the IP things didn't match where I usually am. So, you know, the thing that saved your channel, they flagged mine thinking it had been hacked. So I couldn't stream. It's great fun. Yep. Not at all. I was so mad. It was like, y'all couldn't get your shit together when it was Croc. Like, he had to try to get you to recognize his damn IP address now and log on in an airport. And I think I've been, 8 states in 9 days. And they're like, nope. Lock me out of it. Yeah. So, okay. That's why I didn't stream for a little bit. Let's see what else. Other housekeeping, like I said, guys, please like, subscribe, share, do all the things. I don't care if you just put a devil thing in my comments. I need to get back into the algorithm so I can do some more of the gun heavy comment videos, because I had to stop streaming the past few weeks with some stuff going on. I'm not going to come up recommended algorithm stuff. So there's that. Hold on. Let me turn the phone onto the silent, because okay. Thanks, Nada. Okay, so where I don't even know where to begin anymore. GMK, my man. GMK, I have a dumb question. What area of law do you do? I don't remember. Because that's part of another rant. So, oh Lord, where shall we start? Okay, I guess we should. I'm gonna apologize now for what I'm about to say. I'm gonna use a couple not nice words for white people, and I'd like to just preface this by saying my foundation shade is like liquid paper white. So
it's Wednesday. We call it the Wednesday shade.
So just don't get offended, because it's a verbatim issue, and it'll make sense in a minute why I say that. So I'm not. It's not meant to be inflammatory to you guys, but it's relevant to the story. So here we go. Poor text. You can all laugh at my. You can all laugh. So I had flown to Joliet, Illinois, right outside of Chicago. Flew into Chicago Midway, drove to Joliet because we were opening our new site in Joliet, which great, cool, whatever. And I was very tired. Very, 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 very. Nada, if you've liked a whole bunch of videos in the past hour, it might think you're a spam bot. Just give it an hour and it'll be fine. You can always just come back. Sometimes it thinks you're a paid. Oh, 5,000 that's really stupid. I've not seen that before, but okay. I don't doubt it. I just okay. So like I was saying, I will, Nada, I promise. So our days, my day, go away. My days were starting at me. See, Alan, Huggles, huggy. See, Alan, I've missed you. I have the emails from you. They're going to come up depending on how much time I have. So I was getting up because I had to be at the office at 5 a.m. or 5:30. So fun. That also means I'm generally under-caffeinated and not sleeping enough. Because I wasn't finishing until like 11 p.m., right? So I was getting like no sleep. And see, Alan, was I close to you? Define close-ish. I've got a bunch of big travel. I'll tell you what cities I'm going to be in the next 2 months. And
So if it's like Texas closest, you could be like 3 hours away.
well, I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you everyone where I'm going to be later. And as long as it's not insanity like it was in Joliet,
Okay, 2-3 hours.
I'll try to meet up with everybody. So back to this. Loki was getting no sleep. Very little sleep. Loki did not have enough caffeine. Loki was annoyed at many things. Many, 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 many things. So, Loki was in a FAFO mood. I was in full out me screaming at the prosecution in New Mexico v. Cummings irate Loki mood. Maleficent as the Green Dragon. Nada, I'm an Alani Nu girl. Monster has some nasty chemicals that the Alani Nu doesn't, and you don't crash as hard, and it's easier on your kidneys. But there still was not enough caffeine for Loki to sleep 3 hours a night. And, oh, here we go. Here's the rest. Hold on. Hello, Patty.
Hello, hello. I heard you're talking about your saltine cracker white foundation.
Yeah, just you'll see. Yeah.
Hi, Navy Techs.
Hey, how you doing, Patty?
Oh. Yeah, there's not enough caffeine in the world for that amount of sleep, lack thereof, or in my case. And I'm not a people person, anything. Yep, Richard, I can't do Red Bull. It kills my kidneys. But the Alani Nu is actually fairly, mild. But okay, so I'm flying in and out of Midway. You know it's not a good day when you're trying to get a hold of Mike.
Yeah.
So I go to the gate, and I hauled, in the words of Micro, Boodle. I hauled Boodle to the gate because I think I had 40 minutes from the time I parked at the airport to boarding, and it wasn't my flight, but I have enough status with the airline that I can fly standby free. And I'm like top of the list, and there were spots. So I was like, okay, great, because this is like hours before my flight's supposed to take off. I'll land about the time I should be leaving here. It'll work out great. So I get to the gate, sit down, and there's these two Air Force kids at the gate. And they're nice. I don't think either one of them could have grown facial hair if they tried. My 13-year-old has more facial hair than these two kids did. Mike has more hair on his chest in videos than these two kids did on their face. So, right. Okay. So I was like, no big deal. So that was when we had like the tornadoes and stuff at the beginning of the month out there in real nasty weather. So they announced the flight's delayed. And I'm like, God damn it. So I'm sitting there. I get them to put me back on my original nonstop. Cool, no big deal. And I was being lazy because that flight was taking off out of a different terminal. Okay, Nada, no problem. I can't be taken off out of a different terminal. Like I am not. I'm like, I'm gonna wait. I have like 4 hours. Like I will wander my ass over in a few. I'm gonna, chill here for a little bit. All good, all fun. And then it happens. Then it happens. I'm playing Merge Mansion on my phone, texting Navy Techs, texting other people, being bored, whatever. Oh God, I don't believe to say this. The next thing I know, there's yelling. Lots of yelling. And I look up, and directly across from me and 2 seats down are an elderly couple. He is a Korea vet by his baseball cap, Korean Navy vet. And his adorable wife was like, they were like 80 something, okay? Like, and I look up because I hear yelling and I can't figure out where it's coming from. I see them sitting there, and this poor 80-year-old woman looks like she's going to have a heart attack and die right there and then. Like, it's going to be game over. And next to them, so it's Air Force kid across from me, this couple, seat that's got backpacks and a suitcase. And somebody is screaming, "Get out of my seat." Now, mind you, the gate's like half full. They just announced a 4-hour delay. Nobody's still sitting there. Except the other part of the story. Hear the screaming. "That's my seat!" Like a classic Karen voice. Like, there's just not enough caffeine at this point. Great. So I look, and everybody's staring at the gate, of course. And there is this 5 foot, maybe 5'1", tall female screaming that the old man is in her seat. Now, mind you, the other side of those bags, there's an empty seat. It's not like there's nowhere to sit. I'm like, okay. And the guy's like, "Just sit on the other side." "No, that's my seat." Really? I was sitting there, that's my stuff, and this is where I want to sit. And she is screaming. And then she threatens the 2 old people. And I'm like, like, you know, dog, cock head to side. What? What? Then the Air Force kid gets involved, and he's like, "I will move your bags. Tell me where you'd like them moved. I'll move them. You can sit there." "No, that's my seat." Great. Another guy who's got his back to me turns around and he's like, "Ma'am, your name is not written on the seat. Last time I checked, there's no assigned seating at the gate. Just move your bags. And if you really want to sit right there, move the bags and sit there and put the bags on the ground. They don't need their own seat." Nope. We're not. Nope. That's not acceptable. That's her seat. And she won't shut up. And she is screaming to the point that this little old lady, I can see her pulse because it's like rabbit speed. You can see it in her neck. This lady is going to have a heart attack. The husband has no clue what to do, and the Air Force kids are just staring. And I look at her and I'm like, I bet you the Air Force kids don't want to say anything because A, she already turned a wrath on the old defenseless people, but B, she's African American. And hello, exploration room, random destination. She is literally just like shrieking at everybody. And I can see that they're like, I don't want to step in because, you know, then it's going to be like, these guys scared me. Oh, fuck. So then she starts with a name calling of an elderly, like 80-something-year-old couple. I happen to be on the phone. Here's the problem. She crossed a line when I thought she was going to hit the old guy or give the old lady a heart attack. So I thought I hung up my phone and drop it into my bag. And I lean forward and I go, watch your language. And yeah.
And this is where the fun began.
And this is why I need an adult. I said, watch your language. And she looks at me and goes, I'm not even joking, verbatim, shut up, you bubble-headed cracker. What?
I knew there was cracker involved with this. I knew there was.
I was bubble-headed.
The next words out of my mouth went, oh, bitch.
Called me a bubble-headed cracker.
Wow.
And I looked at her. I'm still sitting. I'm still sitting. I leaned forward. I look at her and I said, what we're not going to do today is this. You're going to show them some respect. What we're not going to do is run our mouth like that. We're going to show them some respect, and we're going to shut up and move ourselves. That's what we're going to do. Watch your language. Watch your attitude. And it was like pouring water on a cat. Because she starts shrieking.
Good God.
And she goes, you bubble-headed cracker bitch, I'ma whoop your ass.
Ho.
Challenge accepted.
Damn, I wish I'd been there. God, why does this always happen when I'm not around?
Right?
Challenge accepted.
At this point, Loki stands up from her seat.
It gets worse.
Right?
So like I yell a couple more times. Like I didn't even yell. I was just kind of being stern. Like I wasn't even yelling. My voice was not that loud. I was trying to, stay calm. And I said, what we're not gonna do is this foolishness. That's what we're not gonna do. Watch your language. And she goes, you stupid cracker, I'm gonna beat your ass. And then I had to make it worse. I stood up. And she's literally 5 feet tall. And you just see the head go up by everybody, not just her. I don't think people had noticed when I walked in, that I was that tall.
Mm-hmm.
But she snaps her head back to look up. And I said, okay. And she just stares at me. I said, I'm waiting. I'm going to beat your ass, you stupid cracker. I said, yeah, I heard your challenge. I accept. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And then it gets worse. Because of course it does.
See, Alan wants to know, did you scare the south side out of her?
Oh, don't worry. You'll get to hear all of it. It went real well for me. The entire time, A, I'm annoyed, but B, I'm like, I do not have the time, the caffeine, or the crayons to deal with this. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm trying to be good. And I'm like, go for it. And then she drops it. I'm not going to be on a no-fly list for fighting some stupid cracker. And besides, you should be happy I don't want to be on a no-fly list because I will whoop your ass so bad you ain't going to ever fly again. You're going to end on a no-fly list. You're going to miss your flight. And she is just running her mouth. And so
a whole lot of talking, not a lot of doing.
I stepped over the Air Force kid who was sitting next to me's backpack. So I was standing right in front of her. And I looked down and I said, you don't scare me. You keep telling me you're going to beat my ass. Okay, I'm waiting. It is now time for you to put up or shut up. When I tell you this early 20s female, oh, the screeching. she's screaming at me that no cracker is worth the. Oh my God, she just will not. She won't. She just won't. So I look at her and I said, you can take your 5 foot tall, about 5 foot wide little meatball ass and walk it out my gate. You're being racist. The last time I checked, the word meatball is not racist, and you look like a damn meatball.
I'm sorry, you Italian?
Same color and size. You look like a meatball. I could roll you down a hill.
That's not racist.
You won't fight
Sorry.
me. She keeps calling me a cracker. I'm like,
That's racist.
Yeah, that's racist.
you can keep fighting. Like, I'm waiting. She keeps screaming this. And I said, I've already told you I'll fight you. I'm waiting. And she goes, I'm not ending up on the no-fly list for a cracker. I looked at her and said, listen to me very carefully. You do not scare me. I do not care. I will not end up on a no-fly list. My flight leaves in 4 hours. I have nothing but time. So, put up or shut up. Because what you're not going to do is disrespect this elderly couple and cause a ruckus. Because you're being childish and ridiculous. And I'm sorry, somebody needs to call your mama. Because I have a feeling that, A, your mama didn't raise you that way. And if your mom saw how you're acting, she'd probably beat your ass for talking to your elders that way. That, or your mom didn't know enough to beat some goddamn common sense into your head with a 2x4 or a baseball bat and teach you respect. You talking about my mama? Damn straight I am. I am talking about your mama and how apparently she was a shitty one if she taught you that you could threaten an old couple. Stop running your trap. And if you're going to hit me, hit me. She just starts screeching at the top of her lungs. Next thing I know, there's Midway Police and Southwest there. And they lead her and her stuff away, and she's in handcuffs.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, huh. I sit back down and go back to like, whatever. And then I hear my phone in my bag. You okay? Loki. So I pick up the phone. They're like, okay, I wasn't sure if you got arrested or stabbed with like a plastic spork at the airport. I'm fine. I'll call you back. Damn it. Because Mike got to hear the whole thing. So,
oh God, she's awesome. She's loving it though. It's like, mama, hit her.
I was just like, So then, like, a whole bunch of really nice people, they were like, oh my God, thank you so much for standing in. Like, there was a bunch of husbands and wives, and there's a bunch of guys that were like my age or a little bit older. And they were like, thank you so much. Like, thank you for handling it. You know, a bunch of the guys were like, look, had she swung, like, we'd have handled it. But, like, I wasn't comfortable confronting a female because it would be made about race or gender. Like, I didn't want to walk into that trap. And all the wives that were like, and women at the gate, they were like, I wasn't getting into a fight with that. I was like, I can hold her out at arm's length. She can't reach. I'm a foot taller than her. Little damn meatball. I don't know what to tell you, you meatball, but you ain't gonna be able to reach. Besides, I mean, even if you can, I'm not scared to fight you. SWAT team, the world is, I'm good. So, you don't intimidate me. So a couple people come over with like drinks. They're like, thanks. Like, that was awesome. Thanks for handling it. Southwest came over and they're like, are you okay? I'm fine.
That'd be better with a free flat.
I was like, I'm fine. I don't care. Company paid for it.
I know, but still.
But I was like, I'm fine. They're like, the police need to talk to you. And I'm like, great. I'm going to be calling Mike. I know you're a civil attorney, Mike, and you're not Ben Bateman, but I'm going to need you to bail me out of criminal charges. Mike, I'm going to need you to bail me out of jail. Mike, I'm gonna need you to bail me out of jail at this point. Yeah, so that's all I could think of. I'm gonna be on the phone with Mike. Come bail me out of jail. Like, please. I'm gonna need you to bail me out. Yeah, that's the next thing running through my mind. So I look at the cop and I'm like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Yeah, see, Alan, Mike's in Chicago. That was my point. I'm like, I'm gonna need a lawyer, and he's the only one I got on speed dial from Chicago. His office is like 20 minutes away from where I am. So damn."
I'm gonna need your help on bail and a recommendation.
Mike, do me a favor and go on my stream and start a Chili-esque e-begging account for my bail. Whatever. So I'm like, "What's up?" And the cops are like, "Do you want to press assault charges for her threatening you?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm good." And a little old couple pipe up, "Yes." She got charged with assault on a protected class because they were elderly.
Oh, nice.
And technically, by definition, assault can be words. It just means you put someone in fear of their safety. Battery is the physical touching. So.
And it changes from state to state because some of them don't even have it. It's all wrapped up in the same thing. But yeah, no, 100%.
But like, they were like, huh. So I'm like, I'm good. They're pressing the charges. Here's my info. Okay, guys. Like, no racist arguments in the chat, please. This is not directed at a whole race. This is directed at one single meatball. Just be respectful. That's one of the only things I don't tolerate in my chat is stuff like that. Okay, just like for me, please keep it civil. So I go wandering over to the A gates. I sit down, and all of a sudden, the gate agent goes, "Hey, you're the girl who got into a fight at B6. What?" And then she turns her phone on to show me the mother effing TikTok. Because I was so oblivious to the fact that half of the people at the gate had their phone out filming. And then all I can think of is I'm going to have to call Papa, CCW, and my mom and be like, "Hey, so funny thing.
Funny thing happened at the airport
I
today.
might have gone viral." Because, yeah.
Because you stood up to the meatball?
Yeah, because everyone got it on video and posted that shit.
So what I look up? Amazon woman stands up to meatball. Is that what it is on YouTube?
No, I did not catch the TikTok handle.
Oh, I don't do TikTok because of China.
Yeah, either do I. And it's been 2 weeks. Although I know several people that have been scrubbing through the Reddit Southwest passengers behaving, badly kind of thing on Reddit. I know people that were like scouring and trying to find it. Thankfully, there was two people flying. There was a dude flying Delta, and I guess people got into a fight at the gate the same day.
That
and that made more news.
That would have been the perfect time for you to plug your channel.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I was like, all I need is for someone to figure out I have a YouTube channel. That's not going to end well.
I understand. But, trust me, my junior sailors when I was active was like, "You're on YouTube." I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "What's your channel?" I'm like, "None of your business."
But yeah, I was like, great. But I got on the plane. See, Alan, it would have been on April, whatever the first Thursday in April was, 4th. It would have been on April 4th at Chicago Midway. But I'm like, what? The amount of people with drinks that were walking over to me with alcohol at my other gate. Thanks for fixing the crazy lady. I get on the plane, the flight attendant's like, oh, I just heard about you. Do you want a drink? I'm good. This is an hour and 10-minute direct flight. If I drink any more, I'm not going to be able to drive home from Pittsburgh International. Okay? Thank God I didn't end up on the news, because I was not looking forward to having to explain that. But yeah, all I could think of is my channel is going to end up and people in my job and my mom and Papa, and I'm going to get in trouble for fighting a meatball at the gate.
Why would you get in trouble? I support it 100%.
I more meant like trolls or things.
Oh,
We know
man,
a
I
certain
love the troll.
Texan lawyer that would have jumped on it if he saw it.
Yeah, man, that fat motherfucker. Who cares what he thinks?
I didn't say I cared. That's the difference.
He's a fucking meatball himself. He's just a fucking Blanco meatball.
I didn't say I cared. I just didn't want to deal with it.
I have to drive down to Austin.
I wanted nothing to deal with it. So, I was just like, nah. No. But yeah, so happily, I have not found any of the videos, although several people have confirmed that, you know, it got uploaded to places. I was just like, God damn it.
Well, that means that we better be seeing a video, not here on your channel, but
I don't
get
have
like
a video.
Message.
I don't have a video, and I know several people that have been like trying to find it on Reddit or places. Exploring random, I'm not going to laugh and walk away because
he's not talking about you, darling.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, because legitimately, like, someone's like, well, I don't know why you inserted yourself, like one or two people. I'm like, because
somebody had to do something.
These old people. Like, I was worried that, you know, someone was going to have a heart attack. She was going to hit an elderly person.
I'm sorry, where I come from, you respect your elders, right? Unless they've done something like blatantly wrong. You respect your elders.
But that's the thing. I brought that up. That's why I said, I know your mom is not going to approve of this.
Even when you just respect your elders, no matter what. That
yeah,
you know.
like I said, your mama probably didn't raise you to be like this, and if she did, she didn't beat enough sense in your head. Let me do it for you with a bat. I was just like, oh great. I get home, Micro's like, I heard you on the phone. Don't copy mommy. Princess, don't copy mommy.
Too late.
But yes. So yes, I got into a fight with a meatball. I was just like, what are we doing? I didn't even register it in my head that people were probably filming it.
In the day and age when they film everything?
Yeah. So here's the other part of this that's ironic. I was wearing my black leggings that have Maleficent and the green and purple flames. I was literally wearing Maleficent printed leggings and a Loki variant t-shirt.
I've got to see this video. I got to find somebody who has this video. This is just too perfect.
Yeah, I'm literally there and wearing Maleficent leggings. It was just not
too perfect.
It was just not a good day for me. Winning. Yes, Alan, I was on camera. Like, people were blatantly filming it. I just didn't realize it because I was so tunnel vision mad because they were going after, and she was going after an elderly couple. Like, no. So yeah, that was my trip to Midway. I'm like texting like, you almost had to bail my ass out of jail. Great. So yes, there you go. That would be the fun of Loki fighting a meatball. Every time she said, I'm going to beat your ass, I was like, let's go. I'm waiting. You keep saying that. I will roll your ass down the hallway. I don't know what else to tell you. My 6-year-old is scarier than you are.
Yeah, because she'll actually just act.
Don't know what to tell you. But yes, so that was my day at Midway. I thought you guys would like Loki losing her shit and getting to an actual all-out screaming match in the middle of Midway's airport. Mm-hmm. She was real mad. I kept calling her a meatball. But if I'm a bubblehead, I'm sorry. I just want to know. I'm a bubble-headed cracker. I get the cracker part, but the bubble-headed? I don't got a big head.
She was reaching.
I don't know.
Maybe she was jealous of the weave. I don't know.
I don't have my extensions in.
Okay, maybe she's just jealous that you don't need a weave, and she did.
No, I do. If anyone does, I still for my radiation. Hey, Pat. Pat, you missed the phone. You missed the story about me fighting a meatball. You missed me fighting a meatball at an airport. I almost got arrested and almost had to call Mike to come bail me out of jail. You know he never would have let me live that one down.
Oh, of course not.
No. That's okay. In Loki's world, things only get worse. Yesterday, Mini Loki gets off the bus. When I tell you that child smelled like a French whorehouse as he walked up to me. So here's the thing. He has deodorant, and I got him some Axe like body wash and spray, and he has very specific instructions that he cannot take a bath in the Axe body spray like most preteen boys. So him smelling like a French whore was odd. Well, it turns out a couple of the kids that have been bullying him for being on the spectrum decided it would be fun to spray him and dump perfume on him or body splash. The problem is he's got super sensitive skin, so he was covered in hives. It permanently ruined his jacket. I've washed that jacket like 65 times. I can't get the stink out. And yeah, he had hives. So I talked to the school today, and they're like, we have it down to 3, and we're going to see if we can narrow it down more, and then like we'll cover it. And the one principal, he's a sweetheart. He was like, obviously, like, you know, I can't tell you much because privacy rights, but I can tell you the mothers to 2 of the children that we're fairly certain of the ones that were involved have a reputation for their for telling their children you don't have to listen to them. And these children, you know, the 2 principals were like, yeah, we discipline them. And then they're like, my mama said I don't gotta listen to you, kind of deal. So they're like fucking around with that. And I said, in for a penny, in for a pound. You can't narrow it down to who did it out of the 4. I'll have all 4 of them charged at the magistrate. Yeah. So, you know, bonds, threats of incarceration can break the bonds of friendship and loyalty, in the words of Scott Reich. And then the principal goes, and just so you know, the one mom is notorious for trying to fight other parents.
Darling, just tell them. Go, sorry.
Yeah, let me just find you a video, ma'am, of me in Midway's airport. I can show you how that's going to go.
Well, tell the principal too. Tell them too. They don't figure this out after you call the cops. You're going to call the Texan, and he's going to go up there, and he doesn't care.
I'm not worried about you. All I heard out of micro was, "This is why my brother ain't allowed to be in another goddamn school. I need to be there to protect him." Baby, you're 6. These kids are in like 7th and 8th grade. I don't care.
I love her.
I ain't scared.
Oh, they need to fear the child.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's fear of the child. I would be more concerned though, because apparently this mom likes to try to confront other moms she was trespassed last year for like a month from the property because she hung out in the parking lot because they won't tell you who the other kid is, and the parents, but the kid obviously knows who it is.
Right.
And like tried to fight the other kid's mom in the parking lot. And the principal, so the guy that was the principal when I was in high school, who has seen the absolute best of my behavior, Boom can attest to that. He's now the superintendent. So he remembers me in high school. And the principal's like, the superintendent said you ran the vice principal your senior year out of the school. And I was like, yeah. I did. His name was Mr. Pasquinelli, and he was new, and he was a high school principal for the first time. And he was not that much older than me, like maybe 7 years. And he liked to like shriek at people. And I would yell, shut the F up, Pasquinelli, and just keep walking and ignore him. I had zero. The man was like, I'm not cut out for high schoolers. And then he was the principal at the elementary school, and I was in a different district. So, like, there's no secret that I missed a lot of school fighting in high school because I have issues keeping my mouth shut and having an inner monologue. I don't have one of them. If I think it, I got to say it, or it's written on my face.
Yeah.
As Patty always says, fix your face when I'm on stream with camera. But, so I was like, cool, let her try. He was like, yeah, we warned the parents they probably shouldn't confront his mom or his dad.
Yeah.
Because all I can see is someone confronting Jay and him pulling out the Arlie Ermy, the knife hand, and going Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%.
I was like, that's going to end well. None of this is going to go well.
Mm-mm.
I think my exact words were, I will drag some ratchet adult out of there. Like, I will drag their ratchet mama out the house by the hair if I have to. They're not bullying my kid on the spectrum.
I'm just going to beat the ratchet out of her.
You're not gonna, let your kids get away with beating on my kid. So,
well, as we put it in the Navy and the Marine Corps together, you're about to get an attitude adjustment.
No, I'm gonna adjust the attitude for everybody involved.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't fear the gunny, you fear the wife.
Yo, I know. But what I'm saying is it's going to be an attitude adjustment. And, because people always say, if you point a finger at somebody, you got three pointing back at you, that's why you use a knife hand.
Well, here's the thing. I like to point out to people all the time. I don't care. For one, I don't care.
True that.
2, you don't scare me. I've worked in the worst of the worst areas, and I have been on SWAT calls for 15 years, and there is not a single part of me that is scared of you.
Unless you're like half naked, filling your gas,
I wasn't scared of that. There was not enough brain bleach.
Well, all you got to do is just remind them what makes the grass grow.
Yeah, or just start singing Little Yellow Birdie cadence.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, Micro was singing Little Yellow Birdie cadence at gym class.
Oh my God, really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
She likes to do cadence runs.
We used to run to that cadence. Yeah, I took it from the Marines. I taken them from the UDT and the SEALs and stuff. Yeah, I love those.
Yeah, but Jay will sing cadence. When there was the lockdown, the kids did gym class in the neighborhood with each other while school was virtual, and they volunteered the Marine DI to be the gym teacher. I had kids doing burpees in the backyard.
Yeah,
I had an entire group of kids doing burpees in the backyard. Hi, Mayor Wrench loves you.
Hello,
yeah,
Mayor.
I'm like, this is not going to end well. These kids are doing burpees. This is just not going well. But yeah, so I flat out told them, like, when I find out who it is, I'm going to end up charging them with assault.
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
And they can't keep that information from you because it is
a
criminal matter.
No, they can to a point, because of FERPA.
Okay, yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Papa. Papa, I had to tell them the story of the meatball. My fight with the meatball. And Papa can attest, I called him as soon as it was over to tell him and confess about the meatball fight because I knew I'd get in trouble from him. Yeah, if he found out about the meatball fight without me telling him, I'd get in trouble. So I had to call and confess I got into a fight with a meatball. But yes, so I was like, I got yelled at to not get into a fight with some little kid's mom because they're bullying Minnie, which isn't going to work for anybody. Nope. Like, this doesn't end well for people. Like, I don't know what's in the water this week. Y'all need to not press me. Like, I'm not about this. So, yes.
Whatever's in the water, I diluted it with wine.
Like I said, I had to start turning away drinks at Midway because it was an hour-long flight and I had a 40-minute drive home from the airport and I'd been too drunk to drive. So there was that. That was great, let me tell you. On to the next one. So guess who has jury duty on Monday?
You?
You don't.
Yep.
They are not going to select you for a jury.
Oh, wait. It gets better.
Depends on the trial.
It gets better. Guess who was bored and pulled the court docket to see what cases jury selection's happening for on Monday? There's only one. It's a homicide with a stolen firearm and a felon in possession of a firearm charge.
Oh, shit.
It is
they're not letting you on that jury.
It's an entire gun case.
They're not going to let you on that jury. No way.
Oh, the prosecution's going to fight hard to keep me. Oh, I love you too, Mayor. The defense is going to be like, yeet.
Yeah, that voir dire is going to be real quick.
Every time I think that, like, somebody argues to keep me on there. Like, generally the prosecution. Because the defense is going to be like, we don't know. What's our stance on firearms? I have a whole YouTube channel about it and prohibited people.
How many, so in Pennsylvania, how many people do they have that they can dismiss without cause?
It depends.
I know there's some that the prosecution can fight on, but I know there's a number that they can just be like, no, we don't want them, period, right?
Yeah, it's generally 2 and 2, but it depends.
Okay.
It depends on how high profile the case is. It depends if there's special circumstances. It depends if...
Does it depend on also like the makeup of the jury as well?
And length of trial.
Yeah. It's like you can't kick out like, all white people or all black people or all Chinese people, right? But,
Yeah, so it depends on the situation and the specific judge too, because they can set different rules.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I doubt they're going to keep me, but I was just highly amused.
I'm going to laugh at you.
I don't think they will. I think this guy has a history of felon in possession.
Pretty close, like open and shut case?
I don't know. I didn't hear about this one, but I looked some stuff up, and if it's who I think it is, I was on one of his arrests.
Oh, well, that would definitely disqualify you.
Yeah, it's happened a few times. I go to jury duty, they're like, does this person look familiar? Yup. How? ATF raid at his apartment where he had incarceratus and claimed chest pain. And I put him in cuffs anyways. So we'll see. Caroline, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting discussion with the judge. Like, great. That's going to be fun. So yes, that should be interesting. So on to dumb employees. My life never ends with the dumb employees. I am shocked daily by the number of dumb accident reports. Today, somebody was traveling with the forks raised and ran right into the racking and bent it and made it all collapse.
Oh, Jesus.
What are you doing? Y'all suck at this. I don't know what to tell you people. Yeah, so tentatively coming up, I have a site opening in Wisconsin, Denver, possibly 2 in Denver. Our site in Arkansas moved. They've already moved, but I might have to go to the Arkansas site. And then I think I have Seattle again, California, Florida, and Texas.
Well, I sent you my resume, so.
I know. But, yeah, so. No, guys, I apologize for not sharing more. Work has just been absolutely batshit insane. We got a new vice president. A bunch of our executive leadership got restructured. And so it's just been non-stop. Let me look real quick, see, Alan. I can tell you that. I mean, if you're calling from work, you can come work for me. Right now, we have a site in Kenosha. Let me see. We have a site in Kenosha right now. Where? Let me see. We have the Kenosha site, and then where? Who? What are you doing? Why is this in French again? Oh, I know why. I want you. Like, I don't want to talk to you people. I hate this. Let me see. Let's see. Here we go. I hit my U.S. site since it directed me to my France site. Here we go. So we have Fort Worth, Texas coming online. We already have Kennesaw, Georgia. Where? Oh, St. Joliet. It was there. Fort Worth, Texas. Oh, yeah, we have 3 things opening near Salt Lake City this year. And then Somers, Wisconsin. Somers. Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Oh, it's about 3 hours from me.
Aurora, Colorado. Where else do I have opening soon? Lockport, Illinois. Yeah. I'm doing a ton of hiring. Which, never good for me. Hey, D. Peterson. Hey, D. Peterson, I'll be down in Tampa soon. So, Pop, I know that feeling. So, yes, that takes care of that section. There's one video article thing I kind of want to bring up and cover, and we will cover Raven. We're getting a few more in Wisconsin. I'll let you know where they are, and in Michigan. But I want to share this story real quick, guys. And then I'm going to call it a night because it's going to be a long day tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm actually excited. Tomorrow night I'm going to go see a George Strait cover band.
Okay, so Damn it. Okay. So you can see this tab. What we know about the shooting of an Uber driver in Ohio and the scam. This is not a good look, guys. Here's the thing. I know we've talked about castle doctrine and stand your ground, but if the person's trying to leave and walk away, you do not have the right in certain states to have your gun out.
Correct.
So, this guy, William J. Brock, fatally shot an Uber driver because he assumed she was part of a scheme to extract supposed bond money for a relative. He was a victim of the con, summoned by the grifters to Brock's house to retrieve package for delivery. And he got a call. They turned into threats, demand for money. She showed up and was held at gunpoint. And then, hold on. Where's the other part? Okay, so he was indicted for shooting her. Here's the thing. It turns out that she was a victim of the scam too. She was sent the address by someone requesting an Uber, and they sent her to go pick up the package. And they played one off the other.
Oh, damn.
They convinced him he was being scammed out of money, and then they sent her to pick up the money, so he thought she was one of the scammers threatening him. Just don't, okay? Just don't. Okay? We don't need help. Yeah, Raven, there is. Just don't. That's all I gotta say. Just don't. But what's new with you guys? Anything other than work hell? And my future son-in-law?
Just getting a chance to do a bunch of family stuff. I love it.
Oh, I'm gonna, continue to hurt snowflake feelings and inadvertently sexually harass somebody.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, we've been I know he's not a big fan. He's a fan of yours, and y'all are like, have a tenuous situation. But apparently, Kaiser is now accusing Stonevet of having open warrants from '02 when he was working for the same agency I was working for, and which is hilarious because he's distracting from the fact that people are calling him out on his bullshit.
I mean, I don't have that much of an issue with Josh. I've offered to talk it out and make it water under the bridge. He has chosen to not want to do that.
Well, and I think most of the way he just kind of like he likes you, obviously, like and all this kind of stuff, and will come to your live chats when he's not doing stuff. But
No, he doesn't. I don't think I've ever seen him in. He'll say hi if he sees me in his occasionally, but whatever. I really don't care. Yeah. Mayor Wrench, we had totality here for about 4 minutes, which was cool.
We did too, like where I'm at in North Texas.
Raven, you're waiting on liver ultrasound. I have one of those coming up. And my kidney function. So, but yeah, it's just been insanity. And the little one's been sick, and she has long COVID.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm sorry.
She has long COVID, so that's been a lot. But it's been interesting.
Since you've been gone, a lot of the frauditors are getting locked up. So
yeah, I saw. So here's the other thing, guys. Tomorrow, night, I'm going to stream again because, again, like, subscribe, share it out. Like, that's pretty please. I need to get back into the algorithm so we can keep growing. There was a hearing in the TikTok psychic case to put it to an end, and we're going to cover that. We're also, guys, ready? We're also going to cover the fact that there is drama in the Dungeons and Dragons game.
Oh my god, I wish I could be here for that. I swear, if I'd have known you were going live tomorrow night.
Well, what time's Nerd Date Night going to be?
It's not Nerd Date Night. Like, I haven't. Tomorrow's Saturday. Nerd Date Night normally is on Sunday. I have a date tomorrow night.
What?
Oh,
Really?
do tell.
So, okay. So it's been like the last like couple weeks or whatever. There was how can I put this? My sister's friend, a couple that we know because my niece is friends with their daughter, right? Had a friend who's a teacher, and they set us up on a date, right? And we went on like a group date, and we hit it off, and so we've been dating a little bit, right, back and forth. And tomorrow night we're all going to the I guess we call it like the George Strait cover band or whatever, right? So
Okay.
we're gonna go watch them play. Yeah.
So what I'm going to need is a filled out girlfriend application returned to me, and I'm going to need her to sign an acknowledgement of and waiver of risk.
She is a preschool teacher, and
I don't care. Why do you think that means a damn thing to me?
I know. I'm just saying.
I do not give a rat's ass what she does. I'm going to need a waiver, signed authorization for a background check.
Navy Tex, you're getting off easy. I won't even tell you what I have to go through if I want to go out on a date.
And an interview. I'm just telling you, I'm going to need that application and the paperwork filled out.
In triplicate. Yeah, right.
Raven, I did say, so, okay, if you guys are all interested, when are you having Nerd Date Night Sunday?
No, I'm not. I'm actually not.
Okay, I'll do it on Sunday then.
Okay.
I'll do D&D tomorrow. I mean, on Sunday instead, so you can be there.
Okay.
Yeah, there's D&D. There's literally drama in the tabletop RP role-playing game.
Yeah, it deals. I think it deals a lot with the 5th edition, like the latest edition that came out.
No, it deals with the 2nd edition of another game,
really?
And a whole bunch of people. And I'm not sure why I fell down that rabbit hole, but I did. And it is absolutely the funniest thing I've ever read.
Okay.
Because I don't know anything about D&D, so all I've been doing is cracking jokes about it.
Are you gonna have Boom come on? So,
yes, she's gonna be there.
D&D as well, right?
Yeah, she's gonna be there.
Good deal.
So it is 11:30. So what I'm going to do is going to say, I love all of you. Thank you for joining me. I promise that will be better. Like, subscribe, share, help me get back into the algorithm. I have a couple other articles I'm going to go over tomorrow because C. Allen's been lovely, wonderful, and amazing and sending me some funny stuff. If there's something you want me to talk about or react to, let me know. We can talk about the Crumbly trial and how it went and why people were sentenced the way they were. We can talk about the Hannah Gutierrez Reed. We can also talk about the fact that the Crumbly trial is now set precedent. And there's 3 or 4 other parents that have now been charged in similar cases.
Oh, Jesus.
So we can talk about all of that. But, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. I love you all. I'm going to crash. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye, my loves.
Bye, y'all.
Good night, everyone.